guys, it's Ryan here, and welcome to episode number 15 of the F1 2012 Career Mode series. And we're here in Korea for 14 laps in the Force India, and our objective is to finish first, as yet again we got another pole position. It's great to see from us, as on the screen is the setup, and you guys requested me in the comments from your feedback that you guys wanted me to focus on a race setup, and this, guys, is a race setup for you guys. And if you miss any of it, guys, in the description I'll put a time frame so you can go back and check the setup out in full, so you can write it down and use it for your online experience or even your own career mode series, guys. So I hope you do like the setup that you are seeing on the screen. Strategy wise, we're going to be sticking with the normal cautious fuel run, as we're going to be leaving the garage now. Pole position, grid wise, Hamilton, our rivals, in third, with Vettel in second on the grid. We were 1.2 seconds quicker, and because of that, we had 2 runs on the same tyre, so we need to be really good off our tyre wear at the start of the race. Before quickly, just want to thank Arav on PS3 for doing last week's episode in Japan. His link will be in the description below. Check him out. Good lad, he is, and good commentator as well. Onto the grid though, revving the engine up. The lights are on, as we're going to be starting episode 15 of the Career Mode series. The lights are out straight away there. Charlie Whiting must want us to start straight away. Straight to fuel mode, mix free, as we're going to take turn 1 beautifully, hit the apex of that corner. Down to lean, same bit of tyre wear on this straight and the hairpin as well. As I've said, this track is very demanding on its tyres, very demanding. And with us doing 2 laps on the same tyre in qualifying is not going to help us. It told us to pit normally on lap 6, but with doing 2 laps, we might have to pit a lap early, so we don't want to do that. We want to pit on lap 6, it's our optimal, our goal. Our engineers told us to do lap 6, so we will do lap 6, so hopefully we can do that. As Hamilton 7 tenths, as he got past Vettel, and Button got past Vettel as well, so he's dropped to 4th place. Into this slow section coming out of this corner, get a bit of curb, lose a bit of traction, lost the back end. Hamilton's going to use a bit of his curve, it looks like, and takes the lead from us, so that's not a good start for us. So we're going to try and get past him at this stage of the race. So things are heating up here in Korea as it's overcast conditions. Not going to rain, which is a bit of a shame, because I really want to see a dry to wet scenario, and I've not had that this season, which is a real shame. Coming now into this last sector. In qualifying, we were 8 tenths quicker than anyone here. So we are in the driving seat in this sector, so hopefully we can do that. As we're half a second behind Hamilton, as we're going to brake a bit late. Beautiful line, go a bit wide, hit the AstroTurf there like Hamilton did in 2012. Hit the curb, get a bit of oversteer as well. So Hamilton's going to build a big lead. Unless this Jensen Button's going to be catching up to the back of us. As we're 1.1 behind Hamilton. As we're just going to go now into turn 1. We're going to head now to the start of lap number 3. As we set a fastest lap here of a 44.1. The gap is 4 tenths, Jensen's 2.6. As it looks like we're going to try and attempt the move here. Going to use all our curves on Hamilton, getting the slipstream as well, then use DRS. Bit of a drag race, but we have the upper hand. As you can see, we're putting away from Hamilton, as Button is still keeping Alonso behind for the battle for 3rd place. As you get a very nice entry there, and exit, and look at the gap we've pulled on Hamilton already. And the gap is, as we cross this first sector split, 1.1, and we're 4 tenths up on the fastest lap we set. So it's going really well for us, and Button's 3.3 seconds behind. So we're running a gap. We need to extend it, as we're going to make a pit stop very soon. But we have to be careful of the rear degradation as well. Onto lap number 4, the gap is 4 tenths as we made a mistake on this lap. And we're going a bit wide, as we can see signs of degradation appearing to show on our rear tyres. Like you can tell there, we lost the rears again. Lucky to not hit the wall and not lose any of our wing, as Hamilton's going to make a brilliant move. And we're side by side coming down the main straight, 1900ths of a second between us, as we're going to take back the lead. Don't know who's got DRS here, I don't really know, I think Hamilton might have it. So we need to use our curves, put it to standard, take a bit of a gamble. to see if Hamilton's been burning his fuel and we'll have the fuel save. It looks like it is, because Hamilton's not catching us. It looks like so. We're very lucky there to not lose a position. Take a bit of the curb there. Lucky to not put the gas down, as we would have spun it there. So we were very lucky there as we're coming down this little straight here towards the middle sector. The gap is half a second, so we've luckily still keep it. But Alonso's got past Button and has elevated himself up to 3rd place and is 1.7 behind us, so we need to get away from him. Now just going up the hill, but we're going to be going now in a minute to lap number 6, the next lap, as we're going to be making our pit stop now. Alonso's got past Hamilton, so it's going to be now a dog race. The pit lane's blind, the entry, so we've got to get it right. Lock a bit, go a bit wide onto the grass, but it doesn't really matter because we're going to be getting rid of these tyres as they are now cooked to pieces. As Hamilton takes the lead of the Korean Grand Prix. We need a good pit stop here, as we're going to put our tyres on, our yellow compound tyres. We're being held up as Alonso's got past us and we lose a place in the pit stop. Prix must have made a very good pit stop there. Leave the garage and the pit exit. Alonso goes wide. We're going to duck down the inside. Side by side action now as we're going out of the pit lane. Going to use our cars as a drag race now for 9th place. And it looks like we've beaten Alonso, we have. So we haven't really lost a place in the pit lane there. But the biggest winner is Alonso, really, as he's got past Hamilton. Well, he got past Hamilton before the pit stop, so is he going to get past him when he pits Hamilton? Because Hamilton will be pitting this lap, and the top 9 or top 8 will be pitting as well, as they're all on the super soft compound and will be pitting this lap, as the gap is 9/10 now between Alonso and myself, as we're going to be sweeping through this section of corners now as we're going up the hill. Senna's in front of us, the guy who was leading the Japanese Grand Prix last time out when we made a pit stop and he didn't, so it's a bit strange that he's ahead of us. Massa's up there as well, up in 8th place, so that's good to see him up there. But we need to keep an eye on the minimap as Hamilton's in the last sector now. And will he be pitting? It's most likely he'll be pitting, obviously, because he's on the same tyre as us. So Alonso's 8 tenths behind us. Hamilton's going to pit into the pit lane now. He is. So is he going to be ahead of us, or are we going to be ahead of him? We'll have to wait and see. As we're going to now get past Senna here. We go a bit wide, as we're a bit worried that Senna going into the pit lane will probably make some contact with him, but we don't. Hamilton's still getting the pit lane, so we take the lead, and Alonso's the big winner. As we go very wide into turn 1, Alonso's caught up to us dramatically. He's in the slipstream, and we'll have DRS on us. This is not what we want. Really not great. We short shift. The port to the left as Alonso's going to take the lead of the Korean Grand Prix, our 3rd different leader in this race, and that's not good. Looks like Hamilton's dropped out of the top 3, so he's dropped to 4th place as Button is now overtaking him. As we're going to brake late, go around the outside of Alonso into the lead. A brilliant move there from us. It's a Nico Hulkenberg style move as we take the lead of the race. We go a bit wide though, but we keep it stick and we take the lead of the Korean Grand Prix. It's really hotting up here in Korea now as the sun is coming out. It's getting clear, the clouds are going away, and track temperature is going to play a key role now for the tyres, as the tyres will get more degraded as the track temperature is going to get even hotter on these tyres. So we need to be very careful with our tyres and conserve them as much as possible in this middle sector, as this is the most demanding sector in F1 on the grid, I think, in my opinion. Fast flow sections and slow corners as well. It's very hot and sticky in this sector. As we're going to be going on to lap number 10 now. We short shift again as Alonso gets a very good exit out of that last corner, as we're going to be 1/10 ahead of him. But look at Button and Hamilton. They're only under a second, so the top 4 are now separated by just a second. As we're going to are now sitting ducks to Alonso now, as we're going to try desperately to get away. but nothing really, as we're going to lose the lead to Alonso again with the use of DRS. Button and Hamilton are going to get benefit as well. We brake a bit late, take the inside line, bit of contact there was with Alonso. Good driving there from Alonso to keep it stick. Button's lost his end plate behind us from probably contact with Hamilton. But are we going to attempt another Nico Hulkenberg style move again? But we're going to do it again into the inside. Bit of contact there was made. But Button's, they're going to try and make a move on Alonso. But Alonso's got the racing line. As we're going to brake a bit late, go wide. Alonso's going to dive down the inside and lost his end plate again. So two drivers lost their end plates in the space of 2 corners. But we have to lift a bit. Alonso's pulling away from us, even with a broken end plate. What is up with that, Co-Masters? That is not really realism there. But Alonso takes the lead again of the Korean Grand Prix. But I can't really do anything about that, as we go nearly lose it there. But the question is, can we catch up to Alonso and fight to the bitter end and take the victory, take a second win in a row, as we won last time out in Japan? We're really aggressive now in this last sector. The clouds are still slowly gathering away, as we're going to try and get past Alonso here. Onto the curb, we lose the back end, and we're going to lose a lot of time to Alonso. Button's got past, but Hamilton's now right behind us. He's in prime position to take back the position there, but Raikkonen's got past Hamilton, so that's really helped us a bit in our fight for the championship. Coming down the main strip, we're going to get DRS on Button, so we're going to try and catch up to him. Looks like we are, with a bit of slipstream as well, as we're going to try and brake as late as possible. And we do. I think we braked a bit. Front right's locked up. We go a bit wide, and we have to give back the place back to Button there. And we've got a bit of marble on there, so that's not really good for us. But we're going to try another Nico Hulkenberg move, I'm thinking. Brake a bit late. Button's a bit not confident around that. He has to use a bit of his steering angle, and we've gone around the outside of him back into second place. This is probably our popular overtaking place we've had this season. Lots of exchange of positions going on here between all the top 5. I mean, I apologise, because Raikkonen's now in the hunt for second place. But Alonso's building a gap on us, you can tell. It's about 2 seconds, 2-3 seconds, I think. But the question is, can we still fight our way up and try and get some points off Hamilton and even win this race? It's a bit unlikely, as we're 2.4 behind with 2 laps to go. Need 2 laps to go. Button's 6 tenths behind us, as we're really giving it the full beans. A bit of the low, and we hit the wall there. Being a bit too overconfident with the traction there. We lose a bit of the end plate, which is not really going to help us, and I think that really is the end of our fight for the win here in Korea. A bit disappointing, but we're still in the podium, so we're going to still try and get some points, try and get a podium. Again, locking up and going off at turn 2 or turn 1. Button's going to have a great chance of here getting past us, and Kimi Räikkönen as well. He's got double slipstream. He's going to go around the outside of us to take second place. Button's gone the inside and taken third place, and you're going to see a bit of a penalty, really bizarre penalty, as apparently we did a legal overtake. Don't know how, but we have to give the places back to Button, but very tactically by McLaren. Hamilton's got past, Button let him through, so we have to let Hamilton and Button through to not get a penalty. But as you can tell, we get back those 2 places and we're up into third again. So it's really good for us, as Raikkonen is up the road. It's between us and Raikkonen for second place. Hamilton's still in the hunt with Button, but with 2 laps to go, anything can happen. And with a broken end plate, it's not going to help us in this middle sector. But we're going to be going on to the final lap now in the start of the middle sector. We're purple, which is good to see. We're 3 tenths behind Raikkonen, as Hamilton's 1.6, so we don't need to bother with him, as we're really on the back of Raikkonen now, and I think he's struggling for tyres, for grip. We're really giving it the full beans with rich fuel as well. We're in lean. Oh, we've gone to lean now. We're trying to save fuel. We don't want to run out of fuel again, like we did in Monza. But Raikkonen's just so confident with that fast-flowing sector. But we're still not giving up though. giving it everything. We've got right on the back of Raikkonen now. Alonso's most likely going to win the race as he's up the road, about 4 seconds there. But look at that, we're still giving it everything we've got. Not giving up without a fight. And we're up 3 seconds on our last lap. Raikkonen's half a second up the road. We're going to put into standards to try and get past Raikkonen in this last couple of corners. As Alonso's coming out the final corner to take the victory in career. It looks like Raikkonen's going to take second as we're going to be lifting off a bit. Yeah, Alonso's crossed the finish line. Raikkonen's going to get second, and we are going to get third, beating Hamilton in the process. So it's a mixed result for us. We could have won it, but we did beat Hamilton, so it's good for our rival challenge and for the Drivers' Championship as well. At this point, I did not know where we will be in the standings, so we'll have to wait and see. As Alonso set the fastest lap of 44 flat. So Alonso takes the victory with Raikkonen second, with us in third, Hamilton and Jenson Button in fourth and fifth. Vettel, who was second, was finished in sixth. As poor result from him. Grosjean finished in seventh, Maldonado finished in eighth. Schumacher once again beats Rosberg, as the two guys finished in ninth and 10th. Paul Resta outside the top 10 again, which is a bit disappointing. And look at that, we're now equal points with Lewis Hamilton in the Drivers' Championship. Button's 27 points behind, Alonso's 52. Really 4 drivers in the hunt for the title now. Don't really see Vettel now 104 points behind, so he is technically out of the running for the championship. Grosjean's doing well, and so is a bit disappointing for Mark Webber and Kimi Raikkonen. Massa's outside the top 10, that's not good for him. Constructors, it's really hotting up. 3 points now separates us and Ferrari for second place. McLaren is really going to win the Constructors' Championship, it looks like. Red Bull fourth, Lotus 5th, and Mercedes in 6th place. But thank you guys for watching this episode of the career mode. Next time out will be in India, and with us and Hamilton on equal points, it's going to be hotting up now. And I really hope you guys come and enjoy India next time out. But as always guys, like and favourite the video and subscribe to my channel for more F1 content featuring overtakes of the week. But until next time guys, in India, wherever in the world, have a great day, and I shall see you then. Take care. Sayonara.